Eventually get what they asked for. Still it's an aid, ricocheting, rebounding out through the back and a flash on top of it. Flooding forwards, Giacomo! He's delivering, raining down, death and destruction. But shots in the dark for safe. Might be able to equalize it ever so slightly still. They're sitting at a player disadvantage. But the reclears coming hot and heavy here from G2. They've got 3 players ready, and look at that. It's the bait and switch. Drop down. Jonah P's going to be calling it. Full awareness here with the wall up into distance left. They think that they could have potentially exited, and there it is, opened up wide, but the trade was in sight. Trent's going to be able to equalize it. Less from behind. No, that's a dagger to the back, but only 18 seconds to play with in a 1v1 himself. Him versus Jonah P, and time is of the essence. It's already ticking away. Spike in his hands. Jonah P's giving him that space and that opening, but now with a fault line. Right on the money, swinging wide, tapping away! Less! Slow going. No damage really done, and a swing through the back of the site. Less is alone doing that one. It's a refight attempt. Salvo's into the corner. Kicks has been dropped. And Durka up towards the top, perched up, high ground angle. Plucks Jonah P out, and Trent's going to be following suit alongside Giacomo. And running and gunning does not save the day. Not the back post, straight down short. Yeah, quick play occurring. It's a bit of spam through the smoke as well. Vitality know how important this position is. And there's just no options whatsoever for these G2 players. Putting a slow squeeze on him. Valen forced to pick up the pieces, but he's
tiny gap on the left-hand side. Actually,
that correct that. Yeah. The thread that he's hanging on to barely. It is. U2 going to be thrown straight back fast enough. Quick repetition by Trent though. This. Oh, it's catching him on away! My God! Fans the hammer. Sheriff finds 2, left on the side, and Treks alongside him. Tries to go for the spray down, but Leaf is responsible. Not giving him squat. Not giving him an inch. And now the net tightening, and straight from behind, it's Leaf who's struck. As possible, but it's all discipline from G2 out towards the back of the side. However, Jonah P was trying to fight this one through and out, flashes in their face, and Giacomo is attempting to be that one step ahead, spraying away. Kicks is running and gunning, but it's 8 seconds left to play with in the round now. 2v2, forwards is the angle, the footsteps betraying him. Armageddon's out. It's a rolling red carpet. G2, they are not the VIPs, they are not the ones to the party, but they're going to try and make it about them. Here, top of his own, just sees the way, just whacks it into the side. This is chaos, and this is anarchy. Blood spilled out onto the sand here, onto the B site. And wide, Trent is the one who's dishing it out. Heads have been popped, but leaves it down to safe, and Valen sticking, not planted. Just when you think you're safe, always going to be refighting you, but how much more do they really have here? Sliders of corners and sliders of gaps, and G2 willing to double up. They have that opening with smokes are going to be dropped down, and backs to these players. A vital one of that. Giacomo, he's ready to take that contact and catch some. Well, still not detted. Here through, round to the side as well. There's no follow-up, there's no trade. Nobody plant is necessary. And save. Wow, he's taking matters into his own hands. Jonah P from the side. It's a flash and a repeat, but he's instantaneously traded at that. And Key, beautiful approach to that one. Clearing out through lamps. It's a tap from Valen. Needs to try and pull these players out, isolate these fights, but he's essentially got paper mache between him and the enemy. He's running and gunning, 7 bullets left to do it all. Unless it wasn't a Utah that's going to be sailing over. It's going to be stopping them in their tracks up and over though, and not a Tessino pushback inside from G2. Just them trying to square and hold this one down. First line of defense. Oh my God, he might just be the only one necessary. I think they've realized it. Need to pick up the pace ever so slightly. Fault line. A lot of unknowns going to be wrestling through their brains. Giacomo from the side, still with the rifles in the hands of these players. Going to be sailing them into the sunset, easily done with the trade in sight for kicks. And a bit of uncertainty, but here's a showstopper, and there's no time for quick reactions! Oh my God! There's a clone who's tanking that one. Giacomo has to make a play here, steps forward, and a flash is good with the connection. Spray, but he's run out of bullets, and the return of the fire is there, kicks. Making sure he's mightily consistent, at least to return those kills, but Leaf, hold on, there's something to say about it! And Jonah P by his side. Durka's landed himself. This is spotted out to set up. You can choose. Hey, George's got a head on it. Salva's out towards the next layer, but that's only removed one piece of the puzzle. Vitality still in positions to play, and even goes down to the Salvos anyway. Over the strike, forced out, but time is ticking. And G2, they need kills, they need to draw the blood, they need to find these players and these bodies. Kicks round to the side, and my God! I know Kicks has got that one in his back pocket, so hopefully not too much more damage done. Speaking of damage, Giacomo dropped into the process, smokes in their faces. G2 looking like they might want to try and go for a bit of a refight. Valen slipping his way in through the side, and Jonah P in the back lines. Salvos drop down, Tempted to buy some time here for G2, and they've got this site into a vice grip safe, trying to barrel his way forwards, and damage done to the first half earned on the defuse. It's win conditions! Oh, and he's a monster player! How is blind as anything, man? He's right up into the salvos as well, trying to seek that evacuation. Les cuts it up tight into the corner. That's just only a ghost in hand. Maybe anticipating some level of this one, and kicks as well, just forcing the issue. Pressing the advance, need to be taken himself, and Leaf just can't quite win that fight out. Taking a bit of a peek there, Trex knows the play is life because that discipline comes through and shines bright in moments like these. And surely, spells out the death knell, doesn't it? I think for G2.
Get to play out all 12 rounds if that was the kind of defensive vitality you're putting up again today.
To be forwards and a stun connect. This could be a brutal one. Backbreaker for G2 because they are not anticipating. Safe himself. Running a mockery over him. It's a three-piece on a round. That, but hard go of it. Yeah, Durka's okay, rocking a hard place. Chooses the TP, and he is stuck with two players waiting for him. Okay. Is the ramp up, but Jonah P gets that plan down. Safety in numbers, G2 might have it, but Jorgamo ends up just going down to the straight bullet. Dog in your face, there's no saving that one, but the stun still gets off. And my God, safety with the spam, out from triple, leaves it just to save. 1v3 scenario. Need to ISO these fights, and good luck to you. Deep stun, no peek happening. G2 have got this one in the bag. Halls forcing the issue and forcing the players forwards into the open arms of these G2 players, and with the plan down themselves, they've got all the win cons in the world at this point.
Stun, the Rolling Thunder, Aftershock, getting timing by Trent. They really affect
out for the auto strike, out wide, and Jorgamo, he's just running his way forwards. Gets caught out into the open. Durka finding that value, and here we go. Shotguns in play. Do you dare step in to the nest, which is Lamps? Quick maneuvers though. G2 eager to try and take the fight through the back, and that stun does connect, but he's damage done, and bodies piling up into that direction. No ISO'd fights yet. Les does not give him much to work with. Still does the work. Still does the damage. Brings it to a 1v1. Salvos online. Trex is pushed back for about a moment. Smoke still down. Bit of safety to play in, and just leaping into the fight. Yeah, it's a nade. Durka was holding it over the shoulder, a bit of spam on top of it. They know that G2 have been trying to punish Les. Not broken, potentially slowing it down, and it does actually split up these players ever so slightly. The trade isn't there in time, not by Leaf, and Les is doing quick and dirty work. Jorgamo just pulls it back from the brink. But he's just one man now, and he's got to do it against Durka himself. Nade rebounds, pushes him out! He just falls down to it!
How's he gone down to that? He got a triple kill in the round! Just rotate based on where they hear stuff.
There's our hookah, spots down two. It's going to be the fault line, does connect, out through the back. That's Durka. Like you said, he plays off the sound cues, being body blocked into the process as Thorns at his feet. Jorgamo, it's in his own team's Thorns, he's trying to push through into the back! It's into a blender! The rest of his team don't stand a chance, and Leaf can only do so much. Be forwards, and the flash is good. That connection, saves not long for the world. Rocket up and over towards the top. Durka was plucked. Is there a level of awareness for G2? Do they actually take this clear? And still less. Doesn't matter if you're aware of him. Still going to rip your head clean off. Retreats, backs away. This guy didn't even hear it with the footsteps. Okay, Trent's handed relatively
the entire round.
Re-exploration. Re-exploration! It's from both of them. Jorg and kicks. It's just Jorg gets the better of it. It leaves Trex in a 1v3.
30 seconds left.
Salvos flash play in through the back. Open sightlines onto two of the players, but a trade. He kicks. Wants to try and send this one. It's a fake flash play. G2 are ready for it though.
Well read by Jorgamo there. Still manages to get two after he flicked back away from the false flash.
It's quick reactions. Saw a lot of thrifties just in the game earlier.
The standard kind of spots. You're going to be running into like Armageddon plus salvos, for example, that are super difficult to stay alive inside of. And we saw how good G2 were at constructing a game plan when they were given the time to do.
Durka takes contact, flash round to the side, that's a quick dodge. Flick of the wrist round to the side, into response though from kicks, and into response from Jonah B. That's a TP. Forced back out into the way, I don't think that was intentional. Flash forwards, good connection, and putting the squeeze onto the octagon. Over what's coming ahead, because a lot of vitality bodies, but the damage being done. less dropped. Makes it that much more unlikely. As everybody topples on the side of Vitality. As you said, of the ultimate. Last time we saw this one, Armageddon and the stun in through the back on top of it. Flashes in your face and a spam to supplement. Oh, it drops the body, spraying and praying. That is the hope. And Jogma right from behind as well. He'll grant you no mercy. OT. It's inevitable here for G2 unless Trex can pull off a miracle. With too much to work against. Out of the way of these G2 players. What a reaction from Valin. Vacuum it all the way up and critical fight! He doesn't win it out!
That's
Leaf
ridiculous.
Taking it. How do you get a safe man off now? You're going to try and fight and force the issue forwards with it. Kicks. He's the one to take matters into his own hands alongside Turka, side by side. The reign supreme, but time is of the essence and Kicks. He's got to get a move on. Got to get a move on. Got to get a move on. Plant down. Damage done. Off angle. Lot to do. Perfect. The crosshair placement. Just needs a second one and a stimmy. Gives him an exit if he chooses to take it, but it is precarious. Vitality though still with a huge player advantage, but it's only two waiting to receive, and Trex has to be the difference maker. And he is, at least for the beginning. Leaf round to the side. Trex with three. Can't land the fourth. Still 13 to the corner. Not broken. Timing taken. And Plant stuck. 1v2. Flash through. No way. Unbelievable. Comes the rumble.
30 seconds left.
That's a barrel sticking out, but he hears the footsteps on top of it. Oh, the prioritization of the kills. Doom and defeat, doesn't it? Aftershock on top of it, just in case Jogma wasn't enough. TB forward, but my God, man, getting ahead of your own util at that point. Traded. And okay, Wrangle with a rifle, coverage there into every possible avenue. G2 paved the way to a plant now onto this site, potentially to the map win. There's up the potential question marks, but Valin wins his fight unless reveals his hand. Molly won't save you there. Valin's occurring though, but held down by Leaf. Okay, Ghost in hand. Sure work at Urka. Up through the gut though. Vitality not willing to slow down, but they are walking up into a few of these players, and there's that damage done. Yeah, full line into the salvos.
Flank here.
Leaf's,
Safe.
okay.
Catches onto Leaf. Now there's going to be pressure behind. His head's got to be turned from Jonah. Oh no, they take the aggressive option instead.
Yeah. Definitely one option for you. Jorgamo whips his way around to the corner and trying to night. It's all to play with and all to work with. Safe still. Rocking a hard place is how I described it earlier. Don't think it was for him in particular, but it does mean that G2 gonna be able to steal away here. Pistol round.
Finds two of them.
Plus two.
Trying to trigger out a trap play. Jorg playing way ahead of the rest of his team.
Okay.
Just because he's always got the opportunity to escape.
Doesn't you've got players tucked down onto the side, and that's a good paranoia at that, and a good swing on top of it. Kicks, smoke off to the side, but with safe falling. Exchanging the weaponry, trade hands multiple times over the course of the flash into the face. They don't know at all. I mean, either side just unaware of the fact that he was
to go for the B pop, and Safe is here, but gets dealt with so snappy.
Still out wide.
If you think back to Bind, the amount that they were just hammering B execs with huge amounts of util. But Durka's playing the floater and doing some hunt the lurker kind of protocols, and here they go.
Oh well, okay, Jonah P. No worries at all. Hard anchor position from Safe. He's got to get value into this spot. Util out into the hands, but one is going to be receiving the rifle on top of it, but Kicks with the smoke in. He's running rings around them. He's already found himself two. Both of them, they're just trying to cut sound cues away. Keep a series of unknowns into the play, but Jonah P forced to reveal his hand. It's 3 in a round 4, and will he get the 4? Yes, he will! Knows that there's danger in the air. Oh my God, just reacts off to the side, but wasn't expecting that one. And okay, Sheriff, quick work. Yes! My goodness! Down to Jorgamo, he's gonna go walkabouts here, but oh my. He's exited out and right from the side, Les strikes back once more. Garden, let loose. And random spray paves the way, wins the day. Even a nade running rampant, yet somehow G2. How the hell have they done this? They forced Trex into a 1v2. Starts to tap, no bullets left. He needs to try and find a fight early on, walking right in, and Jonah P.
A little lucky, and G2, they're looking on fire right now.
Got it both. Re-exploration by Les, instant punish with a bullet to the head. Out wide, door opened. And bodies dropped, toppled.
Drone going out.
They are destroying the EMEA representatives here in the version of the Vitality Super Team. Hey. To put the pressure onto them and make it seem like a possible...
Line, salvos, and okay, pulls out the O's and somehow still gets away with a pick. Jorgemon straight in there, less. Trying to make the most of it with his crosshair placement and precision. It's the name of the game for a player like him. It's good for that one. Found rifle in hand. Might get open access, and yes he does. So Lee falls, safe, follows through!
2 rounds on the board for Vitality. Both needed to back it up.
The difficult one. The wall going to be popped open. Somehow Leaf wins out that fight. Drex safe, all being bought that time to play into the site, and with the Nightfall hot on their heels, Jonah P is forced to try and get that plant down! And you got to win that one out. Drop down with a spike in their laps. This is a Vitality round. The refight flash, but well, they're way ahead of it, aren't they? Oh my God, this defense necessary, and it was ordered up onto a platter. This is happy to oblige, and that sees his perfection in motion. Safe, happy to slam it down the court. Reload out into the open. There's no defense. There's no correction for that one here. It's an open A side with a plan going down now for Valen.
Leafs on.
He can fight out towards stairs, wins it out. It's labored, it's precarious, but he plays his life in the end because he sees it and hears it. Trex in his face. 31 health. Leaf needs to win these ones out. Clearance, it's all about the timing, and takes the peak with the smoke in play. Kicks are sticking all the way. Spam of the run and gun just does those. TB forwards. Oh my, perfect peek there. Takes a peek, takes the peek and takes the shot. Almost takes 2 of them out for it.
On the seas.
Oh my.
Oh, that's so good from Trex and Durka.
You wanted to see more from him. You're getting it here and now. Set this guy up for another one. Why not? Coming through, exiting early. Kicks has broken his bloody ankles. It's up to the rest of G2 to see if they can do a bit.
So Safe wants to pick some back up.
And right into his prime sideline. Snake bite. And Trent spam down, sprayed down. Snake bite of his own. Leaf could be a miracle worker, but my God, how the hell do you tangle with this one? It's a pit versus pit. Heavy blight now, lay it down over towards the C site. Decay damage to pocket the play in. Players highlighted reload, ordered and kicks. Eager to chase him down. We end this one at 6-6. They've given up the site, and there's an angle here. 1 steps forward into the smoke. Kicks, trying to be cheeky with it. The shot's rattled off. Fire's going to be exchanged. G2, though, are the ones who are slowly edging this one out. Jonah P onto the defuse. Not even getting the half, but surely trust defense necessary. A reload by Trex. He just needs to spam and stray shots to go his way. And it's be facing, as you said, they've done their homework. Jorgemon. Oh!
Here's a little smoke for Leaf to play inside.
Or just granted him a potential gift against him now, and he's going to try and hold it down towards the back of the side. And shots fired. Kicks returns it. Straight back at him, straight towards the back of the side, but bullets to the back for Trex. He was just none the wiser into that spot there. And Kicks, head on a swivel, time running short. Push that. He's not shy, is he? Still, it's less who takes that. He's giving up a lot of space. It's a angle off to the side, and Jonah B's looking around all over the bloody place. Trent takes a peek from on high. Cuts Durka straight up for safe. Joining him. In hands, but listen, bullets answered right back. Through the wall and more. Up through the top, needs to be a defense. Order! Jorg is hitting absolute waldies and a double face. Outlaws rattled off, fired off. Jonah P stands and delivers. Off to the side, TP in, but there's no one else to play off the back of that one, so the damage done, and you can mow them all down. It's too predictable. Should be a level of awareness here. Yes, there is.
A little bit of money, so as long as they don't lose more than 2 rifles, they're gonna be fine. And you're not worried about doing stuff like building up the same spot Jorg got cleared from before, though.
Level of awareness still here, but they just take the initiative and they take the fight straight to them still. Vitality of players lagging behind, and they just played anti-flash as a result of the positioning, and Jonah P has got a few more ults to spare. Rolling Thunder, Armageddon, offloaded, salvos at your feet. There is no safety. You cannot survive that one.
Controls waterfall, so as this comes through, they're gonna know that all 3 players are coming from in front.
Might be all on Durka to this point. Nightfall expended, aftershock into the side. Durka draws blood, finds the one, barrel spoken wide, Trex with the other, and leaves it down to Jonah P. Bit of spam, Odin, not the weapon of choice. Not by any means. But how the hell do you even get into there? You just can't cross. But doors open. Leads forwards. Leave! God damn, man! Finally a bit of stray spam into the box. Contestion already ordered up here from the Vitality players, up and over the top as well. Rebounds away, just drop it into the bodies. They're bumping into each other, man. Into the night and into the fray. And a fight won out by G2, at least momentarily, but is it even planted for safe? That is the question. Tucked to the corner, salvos. Just can't quite get his body on it, man. G2. It's Jorgama. Not what we've been conditioned for, but as the curtain drops, so does kicks. Pixel angle. Jonah P into his hand. Forced out into the open, and Zalifu takes that first contact. Skipping a hop straight into their face. Judge and play, and they know exactly where Les is. Another full defuse. They're min-maxing in a moment like this, man.
That's so good.
Forwards, flashes are blinding them. And how do you stand your ground against this one? Spraying, praying, winning the day. Shots are fired. It's precise by safe, but he's running rampant. And listen, flicking around all over the place. There's no safety to be found for him, but a concerted Durka deep onto the site. Dodges his way past most of the util. This is cheeky from him. And it's almost necessary as well, yet still Leaf wins it out. 3 versus 3. G2 trying their hardest to not be denied that chance, that date with Destiny, a rematch with EDG. The moments like this, Vitality, they're gonna fight for every single possibility. Time ticking. Leaf's on the low ground, he's got to get a bit of a move on, and I think they've done it. Vitality have bought enough time. Still alive. Hey, Jonah P, he's gonna get pressured now. He needs some bailout. Defense is ordered up, still kicks his way ahead of it. Jonah P's been dealt with still. Spraying and praying, running rampant into the back of the side here. Jorgamo! He's handed it. Target-rich environment. Potentially the nail in the coffin. Up and over the top, information. It's granted, it's given over, and garnered. Armageddon forcing them out into the open. There is no comfort, there is no surviving, and G2 get what they want.
The first team to be able to take down Vitality. 6-0 this year with this roster before G2 matched up against them in the opening round.